So apparently, you guys, they're still at it. Lucifer's still in another room, trying to make pretend that someone else is the one that went to IC and posting before me, which makes the FBI and the IC3.gov very weak, especially after the fact that I received answers from justanswers.com by some lawyers and tried to see if Donna Scarlatelli wants to be debarred or not. Because in the end, justice will be made. I mean, the sickness that you guys are all witnessing and encountering is pretty sad, and it's only due to the fact that he's not in this room messing with me but somewhere else. And I can talk about every story of IC since I entered the first day, and Cynthia Khalil was there with all her pins on her little jean jacket. Magali Assaf was like, oh, whatever, with her big nose, and then she had to, trim it down. And her mom slapped her because she wasn't as good as me, and they kept vicariously taking my energy all the way until they blew up 911. Haha. And she had to steal the Miss Torch, and then her sister had to steal the prom queen. And however, they never let Magali up on stage on the diploma day. So, I see it's very funny. I never knew that it means that much to have gone to IC. I mean, I went there like a charm. I smiled like the queen every day, and everybody, always envied me. I never had any interest in any of them anyway. I never dated none of them. Maybe that's why, they're so miserably, pathetically envious, because I never gave it up, basically, to any of them. Considering the fact that, like, even Georges Elias brought me my first rose at my door on the fifth floor back then that day, and my mom was like, ah, Jim, viens pour ta rose, non, non, non. J'étais la maman, je veux pas, non, non. I sent him to my cousin, and I've always, sent the guys away to other girls because I've always been goddess. I mean, and then I've always taught them all lessons, and I made them frolic. And my advisor was Miss Colette at that point when, I had the whole game of Bebe going on. And, it was because of Ibrahim Simran that everybody else got busted because he wasn't playing. So obviously he had to tell everybody about what I created there for everybody to play. And now you're all playing Bebe. Bebe is Beta Butte. So you have two people. You're playing less than 13-year-olds now. Like you're 12 at most. They're like exchanging partners and all frolicking and hoping that they get away with something. So one more thing I wanted to say, and they cut me off. So when they cut me off, and do this panic thing, it's because they're trying to double play me to see how they're gonna manipulate me further. But at this point, Jonah Terry, you're hopeless, sweetie. Even if you do want to continue your journey with someone else and you can't make the grade to be at my level, because now I'm on the fifth basically, which is probably the Andrew level, and you're jealous because I'm in 524. I'm not in like 23 skidoo, which is still my grade. And I'm forever 21. I'm all of it. So you can't steal anything from me because it's going to come back to me anyway, no matter what you do. By law, it is mine. I've created it all. I'm the one who went to IC every single day, and I'm the one who knows each of these people in person, and they will never deny me, ever. No matter what you guys try, you will look like clowns until the end of time. Tatiana Pushkina is not Dima Tabrawi. She never went to IC. I can attest to that. Try to have her answer any questionnaire by the FBI and the CIA right now. Sit me in a room, sit her in a room. I will give you all the facts and all the names and every meal at the cafeteria and every name of every teacher, etc. And everything that happened behind and in front of the scenes. And I will tell you who my first guest was and where we were and what's going on. And she knows none of this information. She can't know in a billion years. And this is a fact. Now, one more thing I wanted to say here. So apparently, more information. So Adam came into beingness and form from two virgins, spirit and virgin earth. Christ came of a virgin to heal the initial fall. Now I came, as you might have found out now, I'm what you call divine conception, meaning my father was in heaven. Fuad al-Khoury, that died October 6, 1982. I am his seed through the oracle, May El Khouri, and I know that they sent Totiana to the chambers in accordance to Alex El Khouri and Fadi because they all hate me and my mom because we're not of that trash, we're not like, they're all jealous of my mom since she was born anyways, all the way to Rome, and of me, obviously. I was able to make the whole jungle unite when I'm in a room. I can get the cat and the lion and the mouse and the fly to be friends now, but they won't allow me in America because Jonah Terry is being so much given so much importance, and apparently everybody else is playing now. And I get more names every day, and even the locals here of Hilton Head are all being made sick by those Lemurians instead of being healed because of ego mind complexes and issues. So there's two trees in paradise, the tree that feeds animals and the tree that feeds people. So Adam chose to eat from the tree that creates animals. Now, what is the tree that creates animals? It's a tree that bears animals, and Adam ate from it, so he became an animal, and he brought upon creation all those Adam and Eve's seed, like the children are animal children. So he was born into sin, remains into sin, and that's the tree of knowledge. Now there is also the tree of life, which supposedly Russell Pearson has channeled, and it bears people. So God would worship men and women, meaning God created man and woman, and to be worshipped as divine beings instead of slaves. Now, Jonah Terry, by his actions, is still a slave because he's still trying to give precedence to other options over me. He's not dropping his other options over me because he's afraid that I'm never gonna be able to relate to him after what he's done. And he still wants to try to take my cake and run with it because he doesn't know what I sound like or look like or am when I'm done with them trying to play me. Because as long as you guys don't accept me on earth and don't give me Aurora Diamond Rainbow Morning Star from Dima Tabrawi, October 6th, the one and only, and I'm the only one who went to IC, and if you guys do anything at USCIS and give my biometrics to Christina Pushkina, who apparently already walked down the aisle in my name, you're really going to, all of you as a planet, remain the seed of Adam, because now Jonah Terry is not Lucifer. He's less than Adam right now because he's eating from the tree of animals. As long as he's not inside the narrow gate, me here all alone in this room, 524, he's nowhere near Luciferian lineage or anything. And if he uses his power over me still and at government levels, the government, meaning Amber, who's the make pretend Dima, you've already failed, honey. So I only share this because I want to say one more thing here. So while I was fallen and how I decided to stop that after, some big transformation happened inside me, is I decided to embrace Christ as my divine creator. And every time I had any thought, like driving around on the island here in a bathing suit with a lot of hot men and women, at the tiki hut and everywhere else on the sidewalks, etc., being all cute and coming here to vacation from God knows where, every time I would look at any hot body, I would go, okay, wow. But then instead of starting to visualize in my third eye like I used to in the past, like my form and their form always, in heat and frolicking and, in lust, every time I would have these thoughts, I would start to focus, only shift my attentions on Jesus. And like I would dedicate my whole self, my heart, my body, my soul, my face, my everything. Jesus, I love you. You're the, and every attribute I would, try to project on these people, I would say, you're the hottest, you're the greatest, I want you, everything. That's how he redeemed me. That's how he gave me my Archaea awakening, and that's how he's still allowing me to fight them, even though AT&T won't change my PIN code. Even though AT&T is fallen and the government is fallen, they still are not complying to wanting heaven on earth, everybody. As long as I'm not getting all those Shastan boys at the door asking me for forgiveness and their girls saying, we're not you, we're sorry, we even tried, and themselves calling USCIS and themselves calling the FBI and the CIA and saying, I'm not whoever they are that got married in my name. I never was Dima Tabrawi, I never went to IC, I'm Christina Pushkina and I'm a Russian terrorist fraud. Sorry, if you don't give yourself in and you don't say that your marriage was fake, and your child with Jonah is a fraud child because you're raising children in sin, including Amber and David, disgusting, including Victoria and Andrew, including Steven and Crystal now, what you're doing, including Tyler Goldsmith and Michael Iaquinta and Billy Hodge and all of you here on the island who are still messing with this game, trying to see, oh, now she said that Jonah hates her, so now she's gonna come ride me. No, that's not how it works. Now you guys have to do the work, have to focus on God instead of going fucking these whores. And you did it again, Jonah. See, I just gave you a chance to redeem yourself. You did it again. And all of you who now retarded me posting this video, the last one, in order for you guys to have your cake and eat it again, which is temporary because you guys have no sight. You can't see further than your very limited nose here. So all I need to say is I started to focus all my attention on Jesus, and that's how I got my baptism and my Archaea name, and that's how I'm still here, even after you guys fell into deep, dark alien terrorist at USCIS levels, stole my biometrics, and are still at it now every day with the police, trying to not let me post my video on time. I'm still going to get my cake and eat it, regardless if I end up with any of you or not, or if I end up with a new being that is of the light, that is the chrism themselves, because there's many people who are doing the work now. If you guys are still frolicking in hatred and absurdia, there's many people listening to me that are actually doing the work in order to get to me in the rightful manner, to be ascended by myself. And the Galactic Confederation will shift up contracts and covenants accordingly, because I'm still doing my work and you guys are not. So one more thing here to be said. You guys are still reversing energies on me, meaning every time you look at me and I'm the hottest and I'm so desirable, but I don't let anybody touch me. And instead of trying to become more like me and going, oh my God, so this girl here, Crystal or Tatiana or Amber or I don't know which one else, Victoria, they're all kissing each other and trying to get us to fuck them all as one. Whoever you call them, if you call them Aurora Diamond Rainbow and Aurora Morningstar and Dima, I don't know what you call your girls there, behind the scenes here while I'm sitting alone in a room. If instead of going, oh my God, I'm going to focus on the real Dima Tabrawi for Aurora Diamond Rainbow Morningstar that we know is the real one, and we're going to be more like her, we're not going to touch any of these girls, no matter if they're begging for our sperm down their throats, no matter if they're begging for us to call her, my names, whatever, because you still haven't given me my actualization. If you don't do my journey, meaning see me as the ultimate example for piousness and saintliness and holiness, and if you don't fight your own demons and those serpentine spirits, you will all stay fallen and you will go to jail, because I'm not going to stop, and you guys will never stop me. I will go the distance, and I will, even if it takes me walking across country this time instead of riding a bus, I will do it. And I will find my way, and I will lock each of you up, because Goddess moves mountains through faith. And I'm ready, and I've done all my journey. So I recommend, instead of you guys watching me and saying, oh my God, we're so jealous, she just had a nap and she woke up from her nap, and instead of being a trash tramp now on top of some garbage pile of lies with thieves that make pretend they went to my school when they didn't, which is so absurd. Instead of playing that game and going, no, we're going to become more like her. We're going to say no to every goddamn fraud that wants to suck our dick or, wants us to fuck her. We're going to say no, and we're going to keep focusing on the real me to become more like me, so that you may get your covenant and make your grade. And if you don't kick these frauds out your way, and if you frauds still accept to play this game, you will all end up in jail. And I'm not joking. Peace out. And I see you're honestly miserable, instead of also you all as one and AUB going, we want to become more like Dima Tabrawi, the shift to Aurora Diamond Rainbow Morningstar. We want to abstain. We want to stop lying. We want to stop trying to mess with her and steal her passwords and be lazy bums, uncreative, jealous little anti-Semite haters that proliferate war and treason. If you don't be more like me and actually do the shift, and I'm not going to tell you to book a session, because that's way over your head at this motherfucking point.